An important day tomorrow. That's when the Biden administration will let the COVID-19 National Emergency Declaration expire. More than 3 years after former President Trump first declared the state of emergency. While the worst moments of the disease have passed, the lingering effects of the pandemic years remain.
In tonight's cover story, Mike Lowe talks with third graders who are working with tutors to close the COVID learning gap that widened during the era of remote learning.
At Moos Elementary in Humboldt Park,
I'm gonna put 1 minute timer. Ready? Begin.
Chicago public school students are learning reading.
And they asked me, can we read bigger books now?
Writing.
Finish it up.
And arithmetic.
We're working on decimals, so that's one whole. I'm just gonna leave it to the side right now, okay? What are we left with?
But they're also learning the difference between something that's gone and something that's gone missing.
They missed like 2 years, and those are like really major years for them to learn, especially in like math, and I know reading.
You ready? Right. Remember, read the best you can.
But those gaps are really large at this point, where this is why like tutors are needed to fill those gaps up for the students. Can I divide this even more? No.
She's talking about the learning gaps created by the pandemic.
I feel like we're really starting to kind of see the depth of that right now.
4 years ago, the COVID-19 pandemic swept across the globe, closing restaurants, businesses, theaters.
It was COVID, so school was canceled.
And schools. Third grader Yadiel Aloa remembers feeling scared and isolated.
We couldn't go to school. There's a bunch of people dying and was a bunch of people's family members. It was sad.
Young students suddenly saw their living rooms become their classrooms with no teachers or friends, only laptops.
We were like doing it through the computer, and it kind of sucked because I had to wake up earlier. So when COVID started, I was in second grade, and I did not know how to write at all. I didn't even know how to write or read.
They start saying, oh, I cannot do this. They just start giving up, which causes them to lose in their learning from other activities, and like we can't move them past that.
Edwin Garcia is one of more than 250 CPS tutors.
Remember when you learned this word a couple days ago?
He has seen the pattern. A student falls behind, stops understanding, and becomes disengaged. He also knows the test scores show a distinct deficit. For third graders like these three in Chicago, 25% of reading students were not meeting expectations before the pandemic in 2019. But by 2022, that number was 43%. For math students, the number not meeting expectations nearly doubled from 2019 to 2022.
My role is kind of multifaceted.
Moos interventionist Libby Battaglia is leading the Tutor Corps, building a high-dosage tutoring program.
I see the same students every day, 3 times a week, with the same time, the same amount.
Designed to help students make up for at least some of the missed learning.
The earlier, the better. I think for a long time, people were waiting, oh, they'll catch up, and that just wasn't happening. And so my hope is that this program is one that other districts will start to pick up on.
The success of the tutoring program is measured not only in student scores,
how, some, again,
but also in their self-confidence.
I like to read.
And are you getting better at it?
Yeah.
Tell me how you know that.
I know that because now I'm reading long words that I never read before that were like super hard. I'm understanding more and reading a tiny bit faster each time I come. I'm starting to get better at, he's been teaching us how to write, and I'm definitely getting better at writing, a lot better at writing. Slowly getting to reading, very slow, but the writing is very well, but the reading is very slow.
This one is the one where you had to read a story.
He's helping me write better than I did during the pandemic. He's helping me read more. He's helping me for the words that I didn't know and that I know now.
Students and their tutors are bridging the pandemic learning gap, showing class time missed
Go ahead and put your negative, and then go ahead and plot it on the number line.
doesn't have to equal learning lost.
Okay, good job. Okay, you can go back to yours, Eileen.
In Humboldt Park, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
And CPS, by the way, is looking to hire more tutors, especially for schools on the south and west sides.
Yeah, if you want more information about how to join the Tutor Corps, click the link to this story. You'll find that at WGNTV.